These are the Fear of God California 1.0 that retailed at $200. These are the Fear of God 2.0 that retail at $300. With a fairly significant price jump and the shoes looking pretty identical, should you make the Fear of God California 2.0 a part of your wardrobe? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, as you probably already read in the title, description, or the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the brand new offering from the house that is known as Fear of God, and these are the Fear of God California 2.0. In today's video, we're going to cover the unboxing experience. We're going to review the shoes, throw them on the toe with a few different outfits. We're going to compare the 2.0 to the aforementioned 1.0, and we're going to answer the all-important question, are these shoes worth it? And should you make the Fear of God California 2.0 a part of your sneaker rotation? So to start things off with the unboxing experience is pretty straightforward, as we're greeted with a God Gray Fear of God box with subtle branding on the top, as well as for the size tag sticker with a photo of the shoe, made in Italy, and the size. As you can see, I did take a size 41, which is significant, and I will be covering a little bit more on that in just a little bit. Working our way into the box, we've got some nice Fear of God tissue paper, and then we've got the shoes wrapped up in these beautiful Fear of God dust bags. Reimagined for 8th collection, the Fear of God California 2.0 takes on an all-new monolithic silhouette. The entire shoe or mule is rendered from an innovative foam rubber with patented XL Extra Light technology. This maintains a very solid yet energy returning texture and works in tandem with Extra Bounce compound that is actually more comfortable and 3 times lighter than any regular foam. The Fear of God California 2.0 features a flat heel, round toe, backless design, subtle logo detail, and raised tread contrasting black outsole for grip and stability. The Fear of God California 2.0 also comes with this brand new insole that is very, very soft. It's comprised of a nice foam, and the top of it is actually all leather. As it pertains to sizing, I generally take a size 8.5 to a 9 in all Nike and Adidas sneakers. For these shoes here, I do take a size 41, which does equate to a US 8. So yes, they do still run a little bit big, but that is in contrast to the Fear of God California 1.0, which I did end up taking a whole size lower than this pair here, going with a size 40. Which is to say, if you're coming from the Fear of God California 1.0, my personal recommendation and personal experience is that you might want to consider going one size up from the 1.0 to the 2.0. Now, on the topic of the Fear of God California 1.0, with the shoes looking pretty similar, I did want to go ahead and break down the differences between the two and what would ultimately justify that $100 price difference. Surprisingly enough, though the Fear of God 1.0 are very comfortable and are comprised of a very soft foam, I do find that the comfort on the Fear of God California 2.0 far supersedes that of its predecessor. Now, that insole isn't just there for comfort, because in my humble opinion, from my experience, what I've noticed is that insole also adds a certain level of breathability, which does take us to another difference between the two. The Fear of God California 1.0 does have a vent for heat to escape, but here with the Fear of God California 2.0, that vent is missing. Don't worry, because with the addition of the insole, I do believe it allows for heat to diffuse a little easier, and it being comprised of leather will allow for the shoe to kind of mold to your foot a little better, ultimately leading to more breathability. Can't really explain it better than that, but I can guarantee you that though that these don't have a vent, the breathability is actually much better. Next, you have a highly upgraded outsole. This outsole is much more rugged, much more prone to keeping grip, whereas the Fear of God California 1.0, while it's definitely served its purpose for me, it does kind of lack in that department, especially if you're walking on terrain that is not conducive to grip and stability. So in my humble opinion, I do believe that those nuances and differences, if you don't own either, would convince me to go ahead and go with the Fear of God California 2.0. With that being said, if you already own the Fear of God California 1.0, I don't know necessarily that I would go out and purchase this $300 pair of mules. especially because already we're seeing prices going below retail. One can almost already assume that we'll inevitably see these marked down even more, much like what we saw from the Fear of God Birkenstock collab. So put simply, if you own neither, go ahead and upgrade to the Fear of God California 2.0. You're gonna get more bang for a buck. The shoe's gonna be more durable. They're gonna be more comfortable, and the shoe overall is much more premium. But if you have the Fear of God California 1.0, I don't find it necessary to go ahead and splurge and spend another $300, as the law of diminishing return would come into play, and these shoes are better, but not $300 better. Now for me personally, as many of you guys already know, I've been a fan of Fear of God as well as Jerry Lorenzo and what they both represent for years and years now. So needless to say, I had to have the 2.0s in my rotation. I love the clean aesthetic of the Fear of God California. They're very easy to wear, go with just about any bottoms, any outfit really. They're just a very, very easy to wear, practical shoe in my opinion. My question to you is, do you share that sentiment as well? And do you plan on picking up the Fear of God California 2.0 down the line? I will be providing links to where I purchased my pair below retail, as well as any other links where I can find these shoes below retail as well. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. I do appreciate you guys stopping by the channel and for the continued support. As always, it is a major privilege of mine to get to serve you through making content. I'll never take it for granted. As always, I'll catch you in the next upload. Peace and be blessed.